This new 2-shot automaton setup is the most overpowered setup in Vanguard. With this setup, you are going to be dominating lobbies and dropping so many V2 rockets. Here's an overview of the setup I was using today's banger gameplay. Here's that secondary in case you're curious. Before we hop into the class, just know I'm going to be giving you guys a few different setups. This is just like the setup I'm liking right now, but I always change it just based on how I feel. With all that said though, for the first attachment, so you guys could probably guess, I recommend you guys to run that slate reflector. I don't think that there is any iron sights that you can equip on this weapon, so yeah, I just recommend sticking with that slate reflector. For the stock, make sure you guys add the Zac skill, so this is just going to give you a lot of stray speed, giving you more rotational aim assist, and you are going to be a harder target to hit, and so make sure you guys are strafing a lot when you use this class. Plus on top of that, we get some initial recoil control, which is going to be really nice when you're trying to kill those enemies off those headies. We are going to be losing a lot of our mobility, which is a downside, but just strafe a lot with this class and it shouldn't be a problem. For the rear grip, so typically I'm always going to be running that stipple grip tape just to make sure my first shots are on point. Actually, if I'm playing on like a medium-sized map, I actually will switch over to the stipple grip tape, but for this class setup in the gameplay, the rear grip I was using was the fabric grip. This just adds a lot of mobility to the weapon, making it a little bit better for rushing. That's actually going to bring up that sprint of fire speed that we are losing with the stock. For the proficiency, because you're going to be getting so many kills with this weapon, I recommend just to run that frenzy. It's going to regenerate your health after every kill, making it way easier to kill groups of people, which sounds horrible. What you guys can also try is that sleight of hand. You don't really need it though, because the magazine that we're going to be running has 60 rounds. The tight grip is a very fun one to use if you're playing on the bigger maps, just because you get a lot of more recoil control, but just in general, I think the frenzy is the best one. For the kit, we are going to be running the fully loaded just to make sure we have extra ammo. Makes it a little bit easier to go on those V2 rocket streaks. For the magazine, this is what's going to make the gun overpowered. Make sure you guys are running the AMM Closet Rifle 50 round mags, which is actually a 60 round mag. It is glitched. So if you take a look at these pros, you're going to get some damage, you get more ammo, you get more range, you get more bullet penetration, and who doesn't like more penetration? There are some pretty hefty cons, like we are losing the hip fire accuracy, the recoil control, but trust me, you guys will see in the gameplay, this weapon is super easy to control. With the barrel that we're going to be adding, it's going to make it a little bit harder to control, and so if you want a very long range, high damage automaton setup, check out this video right here. So this magazine is going to increase the damage to 28, giving you a 4-shot kill, but then if you go over to this barrel and add the Zac short, this is also going to increase that damage, giving you a 3-shot kill no matter where you shoot the enemies. But if you look at that recoil control, we are losing a lot, but this setup is pretty much to compensate everything that the barrel and the magazine is bringing down. For the ammo, if you want that 2-shot kill, which honestly isn't too consistent and I don't recommend you to run it, but if you want that 2-shot kill, run the incendiary rounds, shoot the enemy in the vital area twice, it's going to tick, and then you'll get that 2-shot kill. So it's not going to be too consistent, and in my recommendation, if you want a more consistent, better feeling automaton, run the FMJ. For the muzzle, I got a couple different options for you guys. So if you're running the fabric grip, not the stipple grip, just that fabric grip, try out the MX silencer. It's going to give you a lot of horizontal recoil control. We are going to be losing ADS speed, which I usually don't like, but since we're running that fabric, it's going to bring up the ADS speed, and so that's why I don't mind running the MX silencer. What you guys can also run is the mercury silencer, but I only recommend to run the mercury silencer if you have the stipple grip type on, not the fabric grip. What you guys can also try is the recoil booster, but in my opinion, there's just too much recoil. Lastly, for the underbarrel, if I'm running that fabric grip just to make sure we get a little bit more horizontal recoil control, I'm going to be running the hand stop just to get a balance between the vertical and the horizontal. What I also like to run is the carver foregrip, but you don't really need that much vertical, but I do recommend you guys to try out the carver because who knows, you might like it more. Here's an overview of my new favorite automaton setup, and just remember, you can swap out that muzzle or the underbarrel or that rear grip. There is a lot of variations of this class.
Capture the objective.
Dude, no, I'm so sorry. Nope, we are not having those mics, not today. Okay, boys, most broken gun in Vanguard. If you're trying to pop off, this is the weapon you want to use. But there is a decent amount of recoil, and so you got to be able to manage that. But if you can get used to the recoil, you will be dominating lobbies. If I'm trying to get V2 rockets, this is the weapon I use. Okay, I haven't played in about 4 days because I was out camping in Wenatchee, going for salmon fishing. Didn't catch shit, but mainly because I don't have a boat. I caught a lot of bull trout, but those are endangered, so I couldn't ever keep any of them. Caught a ton of those, but no salmon. We're going for the sockeye salmon, and there was none. And sockeye salmon, let me talk about salmon real quick. Sockeye salmon, if you didn't know, those motherfuckers are ugly. Like, ugly. Oh my god. Oh! Dude, do you see this thing? It's like genuinely hard to die, and I got armor on. I know I'm a big hypocrite. I always talk about people using armor, but I got the armor on because I always see Ears using it, and he doesn't really get hating in his comment sections, and it genuinely helps you get nukes just because you can take in a couple extra bullets. We got the doggos. Let's go over here. Well, that man, he doesn't even know I'm behind him. Okay. This thing kills way too quick. It is so broken. I wish they would like nerf it though, because like everyone runs it. Like Vanguard isn't too unique because everyone's running like the same thing. Like everyone's running this, especially if you find a lobby with like full master sieges. Oh my god, the slide lock. Dude, slide lock? That thing's annoying. Very, very annoying.
Recon plane cleared for mission.
I'm glad we got Tuscan though. I haven't played on this map in a lot. I mean, in a long time. Is it Toucan, Tuscan, whatever it's called? Get this motherfucker, and then we got his boyfriend down here. 21 boys about to get the nuke. I think we can get a couple nukes in this gameplay. There we go. Yo, I love when the skill-based matchmaking's low when you haven't played in a few days, and then you hop on, and you're like, oh my god, this is the time to drop a nuke. Okay, you know what? I was gonna kill that last guy with the pistol. Dude, gas! Dude, oh my god! Dude, what the f was that? Dude, I like spit on my lip too? Dude, gas. That toxic motherfucker shit himself, stinky ass boy. Big stinky motherfucker. Dude, gas. I hope it's not in Modern Warfare 2. If it's not in Modern Warfare 2, it'll be the best selling COD ever. I guarantee you that. Dude, gas. That was so toxic. That stinky boy just chalked the whole game. But this lobby is very easy and we will get a nuke, okay? Dude, enemies, I need you guys to play a little bit better because you're making the gameplay look too simple. Sometimes this thing kills so quick I don't even realize I killed him. Dude, these slide locks. I keep getting in this stupid slide lock. I feel like just because of time I'm not going to be able to get the nuke. And literally half the lobby's AFK. What is this? This is not skillful. I'll probably do another gameplay. So if the video is a little bit longer, it's because I got another gameplay with the V2 rocket. Like this thing I can drop nukes first try. Dude, the slide lock. That thing's active.
We're on top. Don't lose that zone.
I gotta focus up. I want to like slide around corners like that, but I can't just because of slide lock. Yeah, I got a couple seconds to get this nuke. I got about 10 seconds. Come on. 19, and it looks like I might be able to get this. I'm gonna let those guys stay on the hard point. Come on, stay on the patrol. You got this. Let me get like 6 more kills. Burn it all. Dude, why does it take them so long? I can literally run into their spawn, make some pancakes. Okay, we are not pushing that. No more. No. Dude, there are so many. Okay. I will take it. This is amazing so far. I just wish I had the long-range version of this class. Because it's not the best for this map. Like, obviously, you know, it still works out very well. Now I can use that close range also. Yeah, I saw my teammates dying over here, so I didn't know if I was about to get, like, flanked. And I don't like to be too predictable, and right now we're all pretty predictable. Go. Teammate, you're fucking oblivious. Ruthless. Okay, now they got snipers up here. They all know we're all sitting over here, so I gotta watch out a little bit. Dude, I can't get over how nice this thing is. Like, I don't use it too much just because of how broken it is. Whenever I use it for a video, I'm like, oh my god, this thing's insane. Enemies, come on. Come on. Get it over with. 4 more kills. Dude, why do I keep doing this? What the f? Dude, I get so cocky, and I just think I'm like Superman. I think I'm Johnny Sins. Like, I just think I can just bust on everyone, but no. I get busted on sometimes. Gas, dude. Toxic boy. Stinky boy's back. Okay, I kind of want to find a different area just because they all know we're right there and they're literally not moving. Like, they are so stuck.
Double kill. Attack dogs ready for action. Local informants never
I don't think he's playing the game. Or if he is, he's not real. That is an NPC.
intel on their side. Friendly attack dogs on the way for backup.
And body slam my teammates. Touch tips with him. Is this the sniper in the back? This guy's killed so many of my teammates. That was like the guy I was scared about. I just kept seeing my teammates just getting fucking bopped in the head.
Double kill. Double. Recon planes all set. Go get them. Recon sweeping the sector.
You menace. Even though I got armor on, you're a menace.
Hostile counter recon plane spotted.
Cbass was very tired from the 5-hour drive back from Wenatchee, so when he died he said, "Fuck it, I am going to bed." He hopes you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the fucking like button, or else you'll get left behind just like Burger Andy was.